Evergreen beauties, fabric katkus, the art of needlework. A trend that is just gaining momentum. If you want to green your apartment, but there is no time to take care of flowers at all, there is a very interesting solution: to sew a cactus flower with your own hands. It's both easy and amazing, and no one will have that for sure. After all, it will be a handmade flower, a flower made by your hands. Especially if you are a creative person, then this idea is for you. That's what I did. I sewed an evergreen cactus. That doesn't ask to drink and will never fade. Cactus can be used as a needler. This will add needles to it and will look like a real plant. Materials and tools: you will need felt or a suitable fabric for sewing. Green or any other color, even in a flower or stripe, cardboard, thread and needle, sintepon or batting. Also, you need to prepare scissors, a sewing machine, and an adhesive gun. Cactus pattern: to make your cactus look as realistic as possible, it is necessary to make several branches or trunks, cut to rectangles, one of which will be lower and the other higher. You can set the dimensions directly on the fabric and then use one copy as a template. Next are the works of masters with Pinterest, or make a pattern on paper and then transfer it to the fabric. You need to cut for rectangles each. The two upper corners on each of them should be rounded. For each barrel, that is, the cactus branch will consist of 4 panels. It can be made of green felt or fabric, or you can use any other color. Fantasize sewing a cactus, you should get 4 rectangles, one size and 4 of the other. Take 2 identical rectangles and stitch it around the edges in the form of a fork. Leave the lower part open for stuffing the batting. There is no need to turn out the fabric. The seams should be external, because this way they will look natural due to the properties of felt. The edges should also not be processed. It will not crumble and leave sloppy threads. If the fabric is like mine, then it is better to manually process the edges. They will look realistic and interesting. After that, make another longitudinal stitch in the middle of your pattern. Sew all the fragments together like this for each cactus. You should get to stitched rectangles. Then connect these 2 elongated shapes in the middle with each other along the entire length. Now you have not panels, but for each cactus. Filling: proceed to filling each of the 4 parts on one and on the second cactus. Fill them with batting or sintepon so that they keep their shape. I really filled it with construction film. You can see what it is on the video. I rolled it into a roll, shoved it into each section of the cactus, and it is quite soft and vertically stable. When everything is ready, take a needle with a yellow thread and in any order. Sew on the edges of the tendrils. You can simply tie small pieces of thread into a knot. Pot: in order to make a pot, you will need cardboard and glue. Make a cone with the bottom attached at the bottom and the ground on top. Remember that cardboard is very light. It will not be able to hold your cactus. Therefore, first put some kind of weighting agent on the bottom. You can use pebbles, but if you have a suitable plastic or any other ready-made container, you can use it as a pot. Connection: all you have to do is glue the cacti into a pot and put pebbles round the cacti. Do not forget to close the seams that were left open for the sake of filling the cactus. If you have a desire to make beautiful flowers on a dessert plant, be sure to make your plan come true. Cut out several flowers of different sizes. The number of petals is arbitrary and connect them in the center. Then, using an adhesive gun, attach it to the top of the cactus. Your cactus, made by your hands, will remind you of the fun. Have an exciting job and delight all your family and friends with original decor. It will be all the more gratifying if you do all of this work with the children. Have fun and create wonderful products that will cheer you up. Fabric cutouts are an amazing opportunity to bring naturalness and style to the interior, thanks to a variety of manufacturing techniques and a creative approach. You can create unique compositions that will delight the eye for many years. Test your creativity and create your own collection of fabric rollers, which will be a great accent in any interior. He doesn't drink at all. He falls in love right away.